still are of the belief that Bryn is gone? And do you think this casting notice symbolizes that, or do you think we're losing like Minkoff and Raquel? And I mean, I think Lyons is back. I think Andy's like obsessed with Lyons because she's sort of
Obsessed.
old school New Yorker. She's just in that society of New York. I think I mean, she offers nothing for me. I was most excited about, and I couldn't care less. The partner isn't on. It's like, it's such a joke, but
Nope. So Aaron will keep. No, I think I'm not so sure Uba's
I'm
gonna
not
go.
like any
I'm
of
okay with Uba going. It's not all to me. It's not all or nothing. It's not like Bryn weaponized SA against Uba. Poor Uba. To me, it's like Bryn weaponized SA against Uba. This isn't your therapy session, Bryn, and you're lying and you're producing the show and you're really not okay and you probably need some actual real help, which is okay, but you shouldn't be on a reality show, period. And separate from that, to me, Uba has gone from zero to Uba hot every step of the way, a la Dorinda Medley, and that is not a housewife to me. So completely separate from this Bryn situation, as if it never happened. I still think Uba is checked out and doesn't show up and then screams and goes psychotically crazy when it doesn't go her way. So I would love to get rid of Uba. I'm not so sure we're getting rid of Uba. I mean, I wish
yeah.
we were, but I'm not so sure. What was your
I
question?
mean,
No,
I wish we
and
were getting rid of the franchise, but
yeah.
I mean, I would rather have New Jersey back as New Jersey than even watch. I mean, I don't watch Roni. It's the only one I can't. I mean, I can't watch it.
But more people, I mean, that finale, which I watched, and the reunion, I can't believe I'm saying this. There is some hope. There is some hope for
Oh,
me
excuse
for
me. Okay.
season three. I'm just gonna call it season three. I don't want to call it season 16. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued if you hire the right people. You gotta, you gotta, you gotta hire the right people. I
Okay.
beg you, find people that are filthy rich or I mean, doesn't like, I mean, I don't think we'll ever do families again after Teresa and Melissa, but like, isn't there someone that hates Psy that she's known forever? Doesn't Erin Leachy have an art? Like, I want something real or just a bunch of rich fucking people, you know? Doesn't Jenna have any
Uh,
really fucking rich friends? Like to me, it's like, please, you
where
have
are
a
they?
chance here. Take a moment and just cast it right. Just cast it right. So I am somewhat hopeful, but I'm curious if most people are like me or they're like you, where they are just like too little, too late. We don't give one fuck that you're recasting. We hate the fucking
I
show
mean,
and we're
do
not
you
gonna
want
watch it.
Aaron Leachy back on it?
Well, she's coming back. She's coming back and Sai is coming back and oh God help me, Jessel's coming back. I don't like Jessel. I'll be honest with you. I don't like her. I think she's thirsty as fuck. And I don't like that.
Mm.
Process of elimination, yeah. Erin's like does the job. She shows up, does the job, and goes home. Her and Sai and Jessel are that middle of the road. And Jenna, there you go. Those are the four people that you should just roll forward with and just find three people. I think that's what you should do. Aaron, Sai, Jessel, and you're going to keep Jenna. And find three more people and have seven people and hope that something happens. That's it. If you recast this and we're on episode 7 or 8 and it ain't good, I don't want to hear about this franchise ever again. I don't want to hear about it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Sorry.
Okay, can we switch gears because you had a
Yeah.
like I love this seeing this, my friend, like hearing your voice on Salt Lake City reunion. They played
Last
clip
week.
of your podcast and a whole argument about it. Can you tell everybody? I mean, that was huge. And I don't know. I think Mr. Cohen was not happy to have to give you a shout out.
I don't think he was happy. That's why he was so angry. He was like, "Ah, this is a leading question." Well, I mean, have you ever been in court, Andy? I mean, you're about to go to court, I think. Aren't you going to have to face off against Leah at some point? But as a lawyer, you stand up and you make an argument, and the other side says, "Objection, Your Honor, leading." I mean, isn't the whole point of questions as an attorney to be leading? So guilty as charged. It's a leading question,
Well, you
sure.
are a podcaster now. You're not really an attorney.
A podcast, or
However,
as Angie K says, a gay podcaster asked the question. I'm like, thank you. I am gay.
do you feel like that was leading? Do you think, I mean, were you trying to, I mean, this is an interesting conversation. Do you think, because Sean was sort of, I think, he was like tongue-tied as to what to hear. And do you feel like your question was leading? How did you word it? You basically you asked him essentially if he felt like Meredith was weaponizing Brooks, her gay son, and the gay community against or basically justifying questioning his sexuality, right? Am I getting it correct?
Yeah, and like, look, I don't think this is the exact same thing, but I think it's like last season, whatever, or 2 seasons ago, when Garcelle is sitting there and saying, Dorit, here are some microaggressions, and you're a Karen, and what did she say? Well, I have a lot of black friends. That's not really the fact that you have a lot of black friends doesn't mean that you don't have microaggressions or that you are a Karen. That was really, I stand by my question. It's now I can't really remember the season because I can't even remember this fucking season because I don't give a shit enough. But right, like I think the point was that Meredith was saying, the rumors and nastiness, and you want to go. And by the way, even though Meredith Marks probably wants me dead, I like the woman. So, I mean, she probably wants to be strung up. As she said, she listened to the whole podcast. I mean,
Woo, what a shout out.
she was on this podcast twice. I don't think she'll ever come back. And Brooks was on this podcast with her and single. But when, what she says, the rumors and nastiness, you want to go there about the husbands? I'll go there about the husbands. Well, she's implying that Sean was doing things and is gay and this and that, and then saying like, well, and again, I can't really remember the season, but I then saying like, well, and Sean being like, I'm upset because you're implying that I'm cheating, but a lot of people were upset with Meredith because they were saying, if Sean is gay, he's a hairdresser, even though he's not gay, you're basically trying to out someone, and trying to out someone apparently is a big no-no, right? People tell me all the time, you shouldn't be outing people. So even
Yeah,
though
you
Michael,
should. Bad karma.
right, okay, well, Michael Musto did it, and
Perez.
right,
Well, Perez is, I
Perez.
think, still living and paying for that karma in a
He's
way.
still paying for the karma. But the point is, my point was, Meredith, you're basically trying to out Sean. That is what you're doing. And then you're saying, well, I mean, I would never do that because I'm such an ally to the community because I'm on Glad and I go to the Out Awards and my son Brooks is gay. That was my question. I stand by it. I feel two things can be true. Like, you're still trying to out Sean kind of as a gay man, and now use it. We don't need to re-anger Andy and Meredith and everyone against me, but you're trying to say, well, I would never do that because I'm on the board of GLAAD and I go to all these things. Let me be very clear. Meredith Marks is a huge, huge ally to the community. It's
Sure.
not performative. She truly, before Housewife, was a member of GLAAD and Glisten and goes to these awards and very is accepting of her son. And I am not taking that a complete ally to the community, but to say that I would never try to out someone because I do all these things and because I have a gay son, but you are doing that to Sean. That's actually exactly what you did. So that was my question, which Sean agreed to and then gave an answer to. And now Angie and Meredith had a whole fight about it this entire season. And Angie Cohen is annoyed and said, I can't believe this whole fight is about this annoying gay podcaster.
Oh, he was not thrilled. He
No,
was
he
really
was not
ready to
thrilled.
move on. He was
Would
really.
he have been thrilled if it were a woman or someone other than me? Because he hates me so much to begin
You
with.
think he hates you though? I can't imagine
Yeah.
why. You're like up there with like top podcasters, and I don't know why he would hate you. I
Because
mean,
I don't like, I'm not milk
why?
toast. Well, I don't kiss the ring, I don't kiss the
Well,
ring. And
get kissing it so we can go to some Bravo events VIP. I feel like you and Andy would get along great.
how about this?
He loves you.
How about this? How about I don't kiss it? You can go to the Bravo events. You can trash me if you have to when you're there for clout. And the listeners and I will sit home and have our five large pizzas, or we'll do the general so's with the two egg rolls
Oh, you cannot.
with the
Okay.
extra hot mustard and extra duck sauce. How's
Yummy.
that?
Mm.
But thank you for the shout out last week. And sorry, Andy, and sorry, Meredith. And I'm not sorry for asking the question or for being on the reunion or for running a business. I'm sorry that you're angry with me.
Well, I
What
loved
else?
it. It was great. It was a
Thank you.
moment. Meredith, they wanted to get into it, and they did. And they stuck on it, even if Angie wanted
Just
to move
just
on.
think of what else was said that was edited. Like God only
I know it
knows.
was good.
God
It was
only
good.
knows.
Okay, we have to love each other and leave each other, but we have a lot of
Excuse
topics for the next show. A ton to get to. I
I
mean,
gotta
we
wait. You gotta. You are our official resident Baldoni lively expert, so we're gonna talk about
oh,
that.
there's so much good tea there. Jizzy Jizz. I mean,
And
get
can we give shout outs? We have some stuff to plug next show. Do you want to do it next show?
yeah. We got to talk Paige and
Plugs.
Craig. We have to talk your friends Jill Zarin. I think she looks good, but a lot of face tune, I think. And yeah, we got to talk Baldoni. There's a lot.
And you want to do all some shout outs next episode. We won't do it this episode.
Yeah, I have a good one. And Teddy and Tamra
Mm-hmm.
talking about Sutton, our friend Sutton. Yeah, there's
The
a lot to
rat.
get to. Okay.
The rat's gonna end up with one piece of good after the next episode. I